Hello again, everyone. I'm Kevin Anthony, and welcome to the second installment of the Graham Show, the Doug Graham Show. But first, before I introduce Doug Graham, we have a special presentation from my main man, Rick McKnight. Rick?
For winning the girls' division of the Orange Bowl Classic, here is your trophy, sir.
Thank you. I'm going to sit this right here. All right.
Sit it right there, and I'll sit down beside you.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second show, the Doug Graham Show. We have three special guests tonight. The first guest, as you see here, is Rick McKnight. I'm going to ask him a couple questions, to help you guys get to know him a little bit better. Rick, thank you for joining us here tonight on the second show of the Doug Graham Show. I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. That way we can get to know you a little bit better. First of all, can you tell us where you went to high school, what year you graduated, and what activities you participated in while you were in high school?
I went to Cold Grove High School. I graduated in 1969. I played football, basketball, baseball, and ran track. All
right, very good. Now, did you experience any type of success in any of those sports, like winning a district championship or making the playoffs or anything like that while you at Cold Grove?
We was OVC champs my freshman and sophomore year in football and my freshman year in basketball, but that was as far as it went.
Okay, very good. Now, talking about your sports activities there at Cold Grove, what's one memory of you playing high school sports that sticks out in your mind the most?
Beating St. Joe 31-30 on a last-second blocked punt, recovering in the end zone for a touchdown.
Did you block the punt, and did you score the touchdown, or?
No, Rick Barton blocked the punt, and I recovered it in the end zone.
All right, very good. Now, who's your coach in football and basketball at Cold Grove?
My coach in football was Red Duty, and my coach in basketball was Pat Patterson.
All right, very good. Now, many of you guys know that you announced the football games at Ironton High School as well as the boys' basketball games. Can you tell me how you got started announcing at Ironton High School?
Yes, when Sage's grandpa got sick, I'm talking about Sage's Field's grandpa got sick, I was selling split the pot tickets out on Tiger Alley, and our athletic director Mike Burchett come out and said, "You're announcing?" And I said, "No, I'm not," because yes, you are, and I've been there ever since.
When was that? What year was that when you first started announcing?
25, 26, 27 years ago. I don't remember. It's been so much fun, it's hard to remember.
Now, you said you've announced for 24 or 25 years. Can you tell us a couple sports moments that you've been announcing that you've called that really sticks out in your mind?
Bobby Bryce going 88 yards against Boykin County with 8 seconds to go on the clock to beat Boykin County. And Jamon Jackson running back 4 punts for touchdowns and 1 to the 1-yard line. And Earl Bruce flying in on the helicopter to watch Carla Snow and Vinnie Clark, and he left her and wanted to know who Bobby Bryce was and who Jamon Jackson was.
Any basketball moments?
Basketball moment, first time we went to the state tournament, Mike Freeman guarding the quarterback from, I can't even remember who we played, but he was Wasion. He was all-Ohio quarterback, all-state quarterback, all-state in basketball. Mikey Freeman held him to 6 points at halftime, and I think he ended up scoring 12 for the game. And the second time we went to the state tournament, in boys, the performance that Cliff Howard put on was just unbelievable.
Now, who did the boys play and Cliff Howard's performance against?
Well, they had the other team we played, they had O.J. Mayo, they had all the best they could buy, and we took them to the final second.
I remember that game. That was a fun game to be at. Now, you talked about basketball and football at Ironton High School, and we all know that you announced. Can you tell us any other things that you have done or that you do currently that helps out Ironton athletics?
Well, we try to raise a lot of money. I do for the Classic, a lot of money for different stuff at Ironton High School for the different kids, what they can do and just everything we can do to help kids. I've been a member of the Tiger Clan for 30-some years. John Wolf and I are the 2 oldest members of the Tiger Clan, and we're just a support group. Anything we can do to help the kids of Ironton High School do a better job on the field or in the classroom, that's what we're here to do.
And that's absolutely correct. You know, him and John Wolf and, you know, all the members of the Tiger Clan, Francis Sherman, Jay Zorns, Tim Johnson, Sean Jones, Randy Brown, those guys, I think if you asked them to fly to the moon to help a student athlete at Ironton High School, they'd be more than willing to do that. We got a couple more seconds left. I'm going to finish up with this question. Now, both your boys are here coaching in Miami. Of course, AJ is helping out the boys this year, and Corey is, you know, I think is in his 4th year helping out the girls. In your opinion, what do you think each one's strength is as far as coaching basketball?
AJ's strength is his technology. I mean, there's nothing AJ can't do in technology. He has the stats out right at the end of the half. Corey, his personality. Corey knows the game inside and out. Like I call him, he's little Doug Graham. I mean, you guys could have been brothers. You look a lot alike.
Some people think that's an insult, Rick, calling him little Doug Graham.
Well, I mean, that's the truth. Look at him.
Okay.
From behind, you can't tell the difference between you and him.
All right.
And then another great thrill was coming down here watching you, to watch you guys play. And we go over to the gym, there's nobody there to announce. And Kevin throws my name out there. Next thing I know, I got a microphone in my hand and I'm announcing in Miami, Florida.
I feel like we're right at home at the Comedy Center at Ironton. So.
And I want to say this about the girls. The girls do a tremendous job. You and your coaching staff do a tremendous job with the girls, and they get after them all over the floor, and they're a lot of fun to watch. If you don't believe me, come out, pay your $2 or $3, come in and watch the girls play one time. You won't leave disappointed.
Absolutely. Rick, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. All right. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
All right. That was Rick McKnight. You know, wears many hats at Ironton High School. Now for the second guest here for the Doug Graham Show would be number 4 for the Ironton boys basketball team, guard Darrius Boykin. Thank you, Darrius. Thank you for joining. All right. How you doing?
Good.
Are you enjoying the trip thus far?
So far, yeah.
So far, so good. All right. Now, Darrius, I assume you've attended Ironton City Schools your whole life. Okay. Since we're going on a basketball trip, let me ask you some basketball questions. When did you first start playing basketball? Was it in the backyard with your family? Was it at the rec league? Or what team did you play for in the rec league? Just give us a little brief history of Darrius Boykin and basketball.
First time I started playing basketball, I was about 4 years old. My mom gave me a basketball, you know, so I just picked up from there. First basketball team I played for was the Rockets. That's about it.
Okay, very good. Now, do you remember any teammates or coaches that you had while you was in the rec league or even junior high that had an influence on you, a positive influence on you that made you want to play basketball even more?
Nathan Lewis worked with me in basketball all the time. You know, my friends Zach, Josh, and Trey, you know, they motivated me to play basketball this year. Asked me to play.
Okay, very good. Now, can you kind of just explain to the people out there watching this show what it's like to play basketball for Ironton High School and what it's like to play basketball for Coach LaFawn? Now, we all see Coach LaFawn on the sidelines, you know, yelling and coaching, you know, really getting into the game. But tell us a little bit about, you know, practice and, you know, the downtime, you know, playing for Coach LaFawn. All right?
It's not too bad. You know, Coach LaFawn is a good guy, but he has his days. You know, we have our intense practice, we have our bad practices. We do our best. That's all. We always go hard in everything we do, and we do. He doesn't get so mad. So.
Okay, very good. All right. Is there one moment thus far in your career playing basketball that you remember, you know, fondly, whether it be high school or junior high so far? I know you got a lot more memories to make in your senior year, but so far, is there any memories that stick out in your mind when it comes to playing basketball?
Yeah, this year whenever we played against Portsmouth at their place, and I hit a 3 and push up, and we beat them that game at their place by 2. That's kind of a feather in our hat. You know, we can go on the road and win.
Okay.
That's my memory.
All right. Now, you mentioned Portsmouth. Now, there's certain games on the schedule, whenever you look at the schedule for the first time for the upcoming year, there's certain games that you look at and you say, you know, we got to get that game, we got to win that game. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the rivalries, whether it be as a team or you personally, that you look forward to playing in every year at Ironton?
Ashland. Number one, Ashland always. We've always had that thing with Ashland ever since we knew baseball.
Why is it Ashland? You know, not like, you know, somebody closer or somebody, you know, like Willersburg or something.
Trash talk.
The trash talk.
Every time I see them, they're trash talk.
Now you don't do any of that trash talk, right? They say it all to you, and you just keep calm and cool and collected, and you know, do your game. Okay, I understand. So Ashland's number one. Okay. Is there another game that you look forward to after Ashland?
No, just that state championship.
Just that state championship? Absolutely. I think we all look forward to that state championship. All right, now we're going to shift from the basketball court. We're going to go into the hallways of Ironton High School. All right, can you tell us what's your favorite subject, if any? All right, what's your favorite subject at Ironton High School? But lunch is a subject in my book, okay? If you want to say lunch, that's fine. Or 8th period or whatever you want.
I'd probably have to say anatomy.
And why is it your favorite subject?
I like to study the body.
Who's your anatomy teacher?
Miss Littleton.
Miss Littleton?
Yeah, that's my dog.
All right. You like Miss Littleton?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Okay. Yeah, she's a good person. Was Miss Littleton your favorite teacher, or is there any other teachers that?
Oh, it was you, Graham. You were my favorite teacher.
Give me that right there. All right, very good. I was going to ask you that. That was going to be my last question. Other than myself, what teachers you have this year that has made an impact on you? Maybe you felt like maybe prepared you for college or prepare your Ross. Why? Because Atlanta Martin said that last night too. So why would you say Miss Ross?
She's challenging. She's challenged me a lot. And she has a lot of plans.
Okay, great. Now you said Ross prepares you for your future. Now in May you're going to graduate. You're going to walk across Tanksfield and get your high school diploma. Do you have any plans? I know you're probably still forming your plans, but what are you looking at as far as whenever you graduate Ironton High School?
Probably go to Iowa University, get my degree in finance and business.
Get your degree in finance and business. I always said a degree in finance is good because everything revolves around money. Now, last question, I'll wrap it up with this. Do you see yourself coming back to Ironton whenever you graduate college, or do you see yourself moving away and maybe having a family? I mean, what's your long-term goals here?
I'm moving to Miami.
You're moving to Miami.
Moving to South Beach.
Coming on this trip has really made you want to move down here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can't blame you on that one. So that concludes our questions with Darrius Boykin. I want to thank Darrius for coming on the show tonight. All right. Very good. Thanks, Darrius. All right. And finally tonight, our third guest is a tennis player, a cheerleader, a girls basketball player, and she runs track for Ironton High School. All right. Is Miss Alicia Murphy. Come on in. All right. First, I want to ask, what do you think about our trophy here that we won?
I love it.
You love it?
I do.
All right, great. All right. I'll start you off with the first question the same way I started off with Darrius. A little bit, take us back. I know you played for me for 4 years, but when did you first start playing? What's your earliest memory of basketball? And any positive experiences with basketball that made you want to play it further?
I guess, all I remember on my first years of basketball is 3rd grade, starting at the rec center in the old middle school that was torn down. I just remember I just dribbled down the court, threw the ball up, and hopefully it went in. And I was a point guard back then, and obviously I'm not now. So that's a big change. And I don't know, I just love the game, so I wanted to look forward to going further, playing in college.
All right. Now, do you remember any coaches that you had, like in junior high or rec league or anything like that, that had a good influence on you?
Yes, I remember my 7th grade year, Coach Swartz.
Okay, we will.
He really influenced me because he didn't make me just look at basketball, sort of like Coach Graham. He doesn't just teach us the game of basketball, he teaches us like more of life. And another coach in 6th grade, which is Boykin, which passed away, he actually showed us that there was more because there's more out there for us than just basketball.
Good answer. Now we're going to shift to right now this year, your senior year. Can you tell us your role and what you do for the girls basketball team at Ironton High School. Just, you know, what are you really good at? What do you help the team with? Things like that.
I think I just help the team stay where they are. I mean, I'm the captain on the team, so I think that, not that I control the team, but
you lead them in the right direction.
Yes, that's the words I was looking for.
All right. I agree with that.
And, I mean, I'm not your point guard, and I'm not your 5 guard or whatever, your post player, but I'm sort of in between, so I'm just a role player.
All right, very good. Now, we still got a lot more memories to make, but can you tell me one memory playing for Ironton girls basketball that sticks out in your mind so far?
I didn't play this game, but it was our freshman year going to the Final Four. Well, winning against Oak Hill, by the way, we beat them. And that was what led us to the Final Four. And I remember sitting in the hotel room that night before the Final Four game and just sitting with the team and talking about the game. And last year against South Point, and we went to overtime, but we ended up losing by a couple that I remember because I had a really good game.
Yeah, that's true. Next question. After your playing career is over, you're gonna, finish basketball and run track, and you're gonna, walk across Bob Lutz Field and get your diploma. What plans do you have after graduation?
I plan on playing basketball at one of the local colleges, about 3 hours away or farther. I don't want to go anywhere around here. And then getting a degree in forensic chemistry.
Now, what would you do with a degree in forensic chemistry? Because, I mean, I'm just a local boy. I have no idea what that means. So explain to the viewers what forensic chemistry is, all right?
It's just to be broad about it. It's the FBI, basically. But that's not really what I want to go into. I want to go into more in depth, but that's the basic.
That's the basic. Okay, very good. Now, you play a wide variety of sports at Ironton High School. Tennis, cheerleading, basketball, and track. Not too many athletes can do that and still have the grades that you have. How do you manage your time and still be successful on the field all at the same time? I mean, how do you do that? Because a lot of students can't do that.
Focus. That's all I can say.
Just focus? That's all you can say?
I mean, what else do you want to say?
Explain focus a little bit.
I don't know.
Do you ever stay up till like midnight, 1, 2 in the morning doing work, or get up really early, try to study for a test? Or, because I know you take a lot of weighted classes, so how do you do weighted classes, basketball practice, cheerleading practice, tumbling, all that stuff, and still, be pretty successful at it?
Most of the time I just get my work done in school. I don't goof around and just sit on my phone all day. And then, yeah, I mean, there is nights that I stay up until midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, just doing work. But it's going to be worth it one day, so.
I'm going to finish up with this question. All right, it's going to be easy, so make sure you hit it out of the park, okay?
Wait. Can it be what game I'm looking forward to on January 3rd that everybody should come to?
Yes, tell us that answer. All right,
Again.
what rivalry do you look at? Whenever you see the schedule, what game do you look forward to the most?
Oak Hill. And I'll say it again, Oak Hill. Everybody should come on January 3rd to Oak Hill's game at Oak Hill. Varsity starting at 7:30. JV starting at 6.
All right, and then the final question. What is it like to play basketball for the Ironton girls basketball team and Coach Graham, Coach McKnight, and Coach Pride? Just real quick for the viewers.
Oh, goodness. It's a life-changing experience. If I played for anybody else, it would be completely different. If I had the teammates, like different teammates, that would be completely different too. I just feel like we're not a team, we're a family, and that's just how I look at it.
Absolutely. And one final thing, if you can kind of look at me and show off to the viewers what the seniors did as a senior bonding type thing. We went to the mall today, and if you can kind of zoom in on that, can you explain why you did that? Because parents, I had no clue this was going on, okay? We were out shopping, and I walked by, and they were sitting at the chair at the jewelry center there in the center of the hallway, all right? Why did you do this? What possessed you girls to do this?
Usually people do it on senior trip. They get like tattoos or piercings or something showing their best friends. But I just felt like the seniors should do it because we're basically like sisters. I mean, we go off and we go do our own things and we have our friends, but whenever we all come together, we're just like sisters.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. You did a very good job. All right. And that concludes the episode 2 of the Doug Graham Show. Hopefully you'll tune in tomorrow for the 3rd installment of the Doug Graham Show. Thank you.